Welcome to the STMU SET Spotlight, the show where we spotlight the people and programs shaping the future of technology and education. I'm your host, Paul Uhlig, and today we're diving into how our university is making national waves in cybersecurity, computer science, and engineering education. Joining me is Dr. Ayad Barsoum, Professor of Computer Science, Director of the Cybersecurity Graduate Program, and leader of the NSA DHS Designated Center for Cyber Excellence at St. Mary's University. Dr. Barsoum, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for hosting me.
To start, can you walk us through the scope of programs offered at St. Mary's in computing and engineering? From undergrad to graduate, what makes your department stand out?
Okay, very thank you again for hosting me. Our CSECE department, which we call it Computer Science, Electrical, and Computer Engineering department, we have so many undergrad and grad programs. So at the undergraduate level, we have computer science, we have computer information system, we have computer science with teacher certification, we have computer engineering, we have electrical engineering, we have software engineering. With the computer science, also, we have specialized tracks. We have a track in cybersecurity, we have a track in data science, we have a track in game development. Regarding the graduate programs at St. Mary's University, we have master's program in cybersecurity, we have master's program in computer science, master's program in computer information system, master's program in electrical and computer engineering, master's program in software engineering. So this is the programs that we are offering at St. Mary's University. For the next part of your question, what can stand or signifies the department? The programs that we are offering at St. Mary's, they are cutting-edge programs. We are teaching students not only the theory or the principles, but also the hands-on experience. All our students, they are equipped with the skills, technologies that they will need in real life when they graduate. And this is something that all of us, we are proud of.
That's amazing. To start, you led the effort to have the Masters of Science in Cybersecurity designated by the NSA and DHS as a center of academic excellence. That's a major recognition. What was that journey like? And what does a designation mean for students?
Okay. Thank you for the excellent question. I hope I will not be too long to explain the journey. But I started at St. Mary's University in 2014. Before joining St. Mary's, I graduated from University of Waterloo in Canada. At that time, when I joined St. Mary's, the current president, Dean Aravelis, he called me and told me, okay, we would like to do something for cybersecurity here at St. Mary's University. My question for him was, what exactly would you like to do for cybersecurity at St. Mary's? He said, okay, when you join us, we can discuss and see the plans. When I started in 2014, we formed a group of professors from computer science, mathematics, engineering, and even business and law school also were involved in this committee. And we have done a whole research about the programs and the degree plans that are around here in San Antonio and what are the focuses in these programs. At that time, we found that many institutions, they are offering cybersecurity programs from the business flavor, which is great. And we said, okay, we're going to do something different. We would like to be unique. We would like to offer something that will complement what's already there in other institutions. So we focused on the technical aspects of cybersecurity. After we came up with the initial draft of the cybersecurity program, we wanted the program to be also comprehensive. We would like to include the business management flavors of cybersecurity, adding to that also the ethics and laws of cybersecurity. So we came up with a comprehensive program that handles like almost all the aspects of cybersecurity, including the technical aspects, the business management aspects, and the ethics and regulations of cybersecurity. When we started the program in the fall of 2016, we developed this program to include hands-on experience. So we developed a lab dedicated for cybersecurity. Once we launched the program, we started to think how we can designate this program, how we can get a prestigious designation to the program. So the most prestigious designation you can get for a cybersecurity program is something from the NSA, National Security Agency. And during that time, we worked to see what are the requirements and what are the standards for our program to be designated. We worked very hard to make our program like a flagship for St. Mary's University and get the designation. At that time, when we applied and we got the designation, to the best of my knowledge, we have been the first institution to be designated at the master's level. There are some programs at the undergrad level, but we have been the first to get designation at the master's level. What this means to our students and what does it mean for the university? Being designated, it means this is like stamp on your program that you are providing something very strong and you are preparing what the industry and what the market really needs. Once we have been designated, these open the opportunities for our students for internship opportunities, full-time opportunities, research collaboration with other institutions, also some funding opportunities. So all these opportunities open the door for our students once we get the designation. Also, it can help us to make partnership with industry partners and other institutions who are in the same pool. So this is really beneficial for our students to be up to the standard and as well have all these resources for our students.
That's wonderful. One of the things that prospective students often look for is that kind of hands-on experience. Can you share more specific types of research opportunities and lab works that students get involved in?
Okay, great question. So at St. Mary's University, as I mentioned, we have a dedicated lab for cybersecurity. And this lab is isolated from the network of St. Mary's because sometimes the students, they install malware, viruses, maybe Trojan horses, all these type of malicious software. So we don't want what is happening inside the cybersecurity lab to touch the network of St. Mary's. Students at the lab, they have hands-on experience or hands-on labs related to many things. They can do, for example, analysis of the malware. They can have denial of service attacks on some of the servers that we have on the lab. They can implement even some of the recent attacks. Recently, we have asked the students to test like buffer overflow attacks on some of the servers that we have in our lab, and students were successful to hack these servers. And also we asked them how you can apply something like denial of service attacks on some of the servers that we have on the lab. And they also were able to do that. So this is some examples of the hands-on labs that students are working on. Regarding research, students, they are participating in many research projects. Recently, one of my grad students, she worked on post-quantum cryptography. Now we heard about the quantum computers, so how we can be secure after these quantum computers will be in the market. So this is one example of the research projects that one of the students is working on. Another project was really interesting because this is related to the family values. All of us, or most of us, we have kids, and kids, they browse the internet and they can go to some inappropriate materials. So if your kid is browsing the internet and accessing some inappropriate materials, how we can protect them? A recent research project with one of my grad students, he was able to develop like a proxy server with the usage of AI and machine learning tools. So when the kids, they are accessing the internet, if the system figure out that this should not be shown to the kids, the system is sending like alert to the mobile phone of the parents, and the parents will be able to block what the kids are doing on their devices. So these are some examples of the projects and the research projects that students are working on.
That is great. So what kind of career outcomes are you seeking for your graduates, and how does the department connect students to industry?
Okay, great. So currently we have partnership with so many local companies. I don't want to name some because the list is long, but some of the companies that we have like partnership with, connection with, if I would like to say it in the correct terms, we are connecting with USAA, IP Secure, Southwest Research Institute, CPS, NSA, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and our students or our graduates, many of them, they are doing internships at these places even before graduation. And many of these internship opportunities, they can convert or they will be transferred to like a full-time positions after our students are graduates. We are inviting these companies to our job fair or career fair that we are hosting every year here at St. Mary's University. And this is a great opportunity for our students to meet with these partners and be able to connect with them even before graduation. Adding to that, some of the local companies here, they sponsor some of our projects. And through this sponsorship, the students are able to have advising and mentoring from external advisors, plus, of course, the internal faculty members. And this will enrich the experience that our students are getting through the program.
Those kinds of experiences are indispensable. So, in addition to the academic work, outside of the classroom, what opportunities do students have to grow? Are there clubs, events, competitions?
Oh, yeah. We have more than one club at St. Mary's University. One of them dedicated to cybersecurity. We call it Buffer Overflow Club. This club, it's specialized in cybersecurity, but also open to all our students. Through this club, students are sharing some of the new technologies or some of the new attacks that is in the market or the internet. And we have other clubs. We have Infinite Loop Club. We have IEEE chapter at St. Mary's University. For the competitions, every year our students, they are participating in the Alamo AFCIA Capture the Flag competition. We are sending a team in December to participate in this competition. And during one of these competitions, we have two teams won the first place in the competitions. So we have very strong fingerprint in these competitions.
Amazing. So you've studied and taught internationally in Egypt, Canada, and now the U.S. Can you speak a little to what drew you to cybersecurity and education?
Okay, that is a great question. I was born and raised in Egypt. Then the family immigrated to Canada, so I completed my graduate studies at the University of Waterloo in Canada. And after graduation, I worked as an R&D, research and development in one of the companies in Canada. Then I joined St. Mary's University. Why I picked cybersecurity? When I was doing my graduate studies, I found that there are so many problems that we have in the software tools that we are using. And unfortunately, these tools, it can open the doors for bad guys to get into our systems. And I thought how we can protect that. So I really got attracted to the field of cybersecurity because I believe in securing the world that we are living in. Nowadays, even at the national level, sometimes you don't need to send troops and tanks to attack other country. You can just sit behind your keyboard and you can attack the other country while you are sitting behind your computer. So this really attracted me, the field of cybersecurity. I would like to know how we can protect our digital assets and also how bad stuff can be done. So being in different countries, in Egypt, in Canada, and US, that gave me the experience how to deal with different environments. And this really helped me to mentor our international students. Because being an international student myself, I know the challenges that many international students are facing, especially during their first year or first semester in a different country. So when I sat with them for advising and mentoring, I'm telling them, okay, I am not coming from a different planet. I have been through this journey before as you. And this helps me a lot to mentor them and help them how to go through all the challenges that they are facing.
It's wonderful to have a mentor that models and has lived what the student is experiencing. So you've served in many academic roles, and you have numerous publications as a researcher. You've served as a reviewer for top journals, a research evaluator, and even a judge at science fairs. How do these roles inform your work with students?
That is great because I am using the experience that I collected from different roles to help students and also to set up these standards in my classrooms. So it's very important to see what is going on in real life and apply that in the classrooms, setting the policies, the integrity, academic integrity, because when you are reviewing or when you are working as a reviewer in journals and conferences, research integrity is a critical part. Also in the classroom, sometimes I ask my students to prepare some research presentations or research papers. So when I advise them from the eye of like a reviewer perspective. When the reviewer will look at your paper, what are the elements we are looking at? How you can convince the reviewer of the quality of your work. So all these helped me to transfer or convey the knowledge to my students. And I hope I am helping them in these aspects.
Good. For anyone who's listening, who's interested in studying at St. Mary's or collaborating with your department, where would you tell them to start?
Okay, first thing, they can go to any search engine, and once they type Ayad Barsoum, my name, or they type Cybersecurity St. Mary's University, they will be able to find my information. And I can tell I am very responsive to emails. I am receiving emails every day. And if they would like to reach me at any time, just shoot me an email, and I promise I will respond to you less than 24 hours.
That's great. Before we go, Dr. Barsoum, I always like to ask our guests a personal question about themselves. And for you, that question is, name one of your favorite books, one that you've read more than once, that you will likely read again, and tell us why.
It's Bible. Yep, I read the Bible more than once, and I am open to read it again and again, because every time I read the Bible, it opens new things or new perspectives to me. And sometimes even the same verse that I read before, when I read it again, I am looking at that and thinking, oh, I haven't thought about that before. So my favorite book is the Bible.
A book of books. Well, Dr. Barsoum, thank you for your time and for sharing how St. Mary's is preparing our next generation of tech leaders.
Thank you so much, Dr. Uhlig, for hosting me. It's a pleasure.
And thank you for joining us. Goodbye.